Betzabeth was born with what's called a Tessier facial cleft. And uniquely for her, she had the most rare type. So it's a very unusual presentation of what's called a Tessier 212 cleft.
It was just a big hole in the middle of her face. Her nose was actually divided in half. So one half is on this side, one half was on that side. It was just a big hole. You could see, you could actually see her tonsils to the back. It was that big. I really thought there was no way of actually closing it at the beginning. When she was born, it was a shock. As the days went by here with her, because I think we spent 2 months here in the NICU, it's like that was my little girl and we were gonna get through it, and somehow, some way she was gonna grow up.
So the problem was the facial pieces are separated, the face is wide open. How do you get the face back together? I used a device that we usually use to stretch bone. I put it on and turned it backwards to close bone. That hadn't been reported or done for this kind of problem ever. And it was extremely successful in her. Facial structure has come together. I mean, her palate is one now, so she can talk and eat.
So we've had those surgeries, we've had lip repairs, we've had her big orbital surgery that was 3 years ago. We look at her baby pictures and we're like, how did he do it? How? There was literally you would think there was no way possible to close a gap. And there's so much bone and so much other stuff that comes with trying to close that big gap that it actually happened.
Well, she's going to need another surgery to further narrow her eye sockets and the amount of bone you see in the middle of her face. That's her next procedure we're going to do. I just finished lengthening her jaw on the one side. She doesn't have an ear on that side. She's going to need an ear reconstruction. So she's got a lot more to do. But she's game for it. She pushes her mom for it and wants it done.
The plan for the future, there's actually not a number on how many surgeries we have left, but it's to get her to look as normal as possible.
She has only one eye, and she woke up one day and realized and said to her mom, "What happened to my other eye?" And her mom said, "Well, you were only born with one eye, and that's just how it's going to be. We're going to have a fake eye." And she turned to her mom and said right away, she said, "I want you to take me to Dr. Wallace right now so I can get my new eye." So this little girl and I have a unique relationship.
We've just kind of put it in, I guess Dr. Wallace is in God's hands that everything will be okay.